Hello viewers, here is another topic: transportation model. Transportation model. Transportation model is a linear programming problem used to optimize, minimize the transportation cost and allocate resources from the origin to destination. In our previous lesson before, we talked about linear programming problem. That is, in linear programming problem, we optimize. It can be maximized or minimized. But in transportation model, we only minimize the cost of production, that is the cost of transport of the goods. So suppose we have cows to be transported from one country, to be transported from one other part of a town to another part of a south part, maybe five towns, from 5 towns to another 4 towns in south. So in transporting cows from five another part of a town, from the town of another part, they have a maximum cow that they can transfer. They can supply, and while those that are in south, in southern part, they have what? They have the maximum cows they can what? They can also demand. So in this case, how can we now solve this? We can minimize the transportation cost of the production, so that is, from the source to the origin. The source have a what? Maximum cows it can what? It can supply to other town, which is what? Those towns that are demand from cows. So in this, that is why we call it transportation model. So in transportation model, we only minimize the cost of production and the cost of transportation. There is no profit in transportation model. We minimize the cost of production. That is from the what? From the origin to destination. So origin is what? Those that are what? That are supplying to the what? To demand. So that supply to the people that are demanding for it. Assumption made in the use of transportation model. So these are the assumptions made in use of transportation model. One is what? The homogeneity of material to be transported. The material or item to be transported by road, sea, air, or land must be the same regardless of their specific source or specified location. In transportation model, our origin to destination, they must be the same, what they are supplying to each other. Because what? Because they can have what? The origin can supply. If the origin can able to supply what the destination is requesting for, so that they can have at the minimum of the goods that they are demanding for, the supply is what is giving the demand. So that's why we have the homogeneity of material to transport. It can be sea, air, or land. Equality of transportation per unit time. So our constraint of this qualities of position of equality of transportation per, our constraint must be equality. It must be equal to all, to origin, and also as well to the what? Destination. That's why we have equality of transportation per unit time. Uniqueness of route or mode of transportation between the source and destination. So we have a uniqueness between a mode of transportation. Is it, what are we transporting? Is it on sea? Is it on land? Or is it what? Is it on air? So they must have a uniqueness of route where they are heading to, from the what? From the origin to destination. So this assumption is very available for us to know what? To know more about transportation model. So we are going to stop here for this. Watch next video on how can we what? The theoretical consideration on how to minimize the cost of transportation model.